Hey, welcome back to another video here on Instagram. If you're watching this on replay on Facebook, YouTube, or any platform, thank you for joining me. Today, I just want to share with you guys 6 techniques that you can do to become a speaker. These are 6 simple techniques. They are not rocket science, so I understand a lot of people are very impressed that I can do videos like this. People are impressed that I speak on stages, and sometimes people want to build that confidence to get there. Well, today I'm going to share you 6 tips that I do that I think everyone can do. I know I've talked about this in the past, but I'm going to share more tips so you guys can help you. So without further ado, I'm going to dive into tip number 1, and that is stop trying to be someone else. I have noticed this. I have noticed this with a company that I am affiliated with, that people try to speak like the top earners and they just don't come off genuine. I have also seen, to a point, people who like Gary Vee and they try to speak like Gary Vee. I've seen people who like Grant Cardone. Guess what? Just be you. When you start off, you should just come off and across as yourself. Because when you do that, it's just going to feel more authentic. People are going to like you more for it. And guess what? Your audience is going to enjoy you. So figure out what is that style you want to be coming off. You want to be energetic, be energetic. You want to be intense, come off intense. You want to be outgoing and fun, be outgoing and fun. But do not, and I repeat, do not try to be someone else. Now, if you like this, give me a thumbs up. Now, here comes tip number 2. Do not look for approval. I feel like a lot of people who do videos like this, especially on social media, on stage, we like to get approval for someone else. Let me tell you something. Some of the greatest speakers like Zig Ziglar's, Les Brown, Tony Robbins, they did not wait until get people's approval. They knew they probably sucked in the beginning, but they did not let that stop them. They kept on going, they kept on working, they kept on staying focused, so that way they can achieve their true potentials and not have a struggle going through. I feel like we live in a world now, especially because of social media, that we're so focused on getting approval. We're so focused on getting people to like us that we end up making more mistakes. We end up not being authentic. We end up not looking professional, and it ruins our opportunity. That's something very sad. So do not do that, all right? And tip number 3, feel free to practice a lot. Feel free to practice in front of a mirror. Feel free to talk in front of your dogs. Feel free to talk to strangers. Feel free just to talk. You know, even there's times where even before I do videos like this, I'm actually in my room talking to myself. It might seem like I'm talking to 20,000 people, but I am just warming myself up, and I do this to practice. It's normal. It is human. Do not feel bad to do that. Just go out there and do it. All right, my people? So practice, practice, practice. You're going to feel more natural doing stuff like this every day. So if you're liking these first 3 tips, give me a thumbs up. Now, tip number 4, video yourself speaking. Yes. Before I started doing YouTube, before I started doing these videos, I used to do presentation stuff, and I always asked to be broadcast live. I've asked to people broadcast me live on their things so I can sit back and watch myself speak, because it's quite interesting. It's quite fascinating when you see yourself and you're like, oh wow, that did not make sense. Oh wow, I was in the video because I wasn't making sense when I was speaking. I wasn't pronouncing the words. Things like that you just want to do so you can come off authentic. You know, these great way to, like when football players look at tape and they look back on tape just to see what went wrong on their play, or they look at tapes to know what they could improve in defensive or offensively. That's something. Just look at it that way. When you look at a video, you're looking away back to say, okay, hey, how can I improve myself? And that's all it's about. And these videos will definitely do it just to help you guys improve and grow your business every day. Now, tip number 5, know your content cold. Yes, especially if you're speaking and you're doing a presentation, you do not want to do this the whole time. Reading off the screen, looking, giving the back of your head, basically putting your back to your audience, because it just makes it seem like you don't know what you're doing. You're just going up there with a mic or whatever, and you're just like, blah, 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 and blah blah, next slide, blah 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 blah, next slide, blah 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 blah, and you don't come off, and then the person, let's say if they paid $100 just to go sit there and hear you talk, they're just gonna be like, I paid $100 for this, just for this guy to sit there. I could just watch something like this on home for free on YouTube. So you want to come off knowing your content, that way you can speak. You obviously, yes, I have a note sheet and I look down there to make sure I keep myself track, but I'm constantly looking at the camera to you guys. I'm constantly staying focused to my conversation with you guys, which is my audience, through this video. And the same thing, and when I'm on speaking in public and stage, I'll have my notes, I'll glance over it and keep on talking and keep on going through. So that way I obviously just keep myself in track. That way I make sure that I hit all the points within that 30 minutes, hour, whatever, how long am I speaking for. So that's something I do, and I think you guys should take that into consideration. Now here's the last and final tip. Pause and breathe. Because even though I explained 5 tips and I see you guys liking them, sharing these information and everything, but you gotta stop there and take time to breathe. You know, I feel like people get up on stage and they speak so fast because they're nervous, they're scared, they panic, and they're not breathing. They're not being human. And people can smell fear from a mile away. It's an obvious thing, but it's cool. People see you're nervous, but they also see that you're taking time, breathing, you pause to get to them. Those are very powerful things you can do to improve yourself to become a speaker. So I hope this information helped you guys out. And just to close this video, just remember the link in the comment section below, or the link in my Instagram bio. It's IsraelNavarro.com. You just go right back into it. You sign up and you will get within 24 hours how to grow your business free on Instagram. So thank you so much for joining me. Hope to see you guys soon on my next video. Take care and God bless you.